I'm fucking tired.
Are we rolling?
I'm not responding to you.
No, I'm actually I know the last few times have been a bit.
The last few times, I cannot remember the last time you didn't do this bit. Yeah, and it's been as funny every single time, which is not. No, it's been not funny.
But I'm actually genuinely.
Yeah, we're genuinely.
Okay, because you started that off with I'm fucking tired. I was like, are we still like just like hanging out? Or?
No, I'm tired. But yeah, no, the bit has never been funny, but you do it every week without fail. Without fail.
It's like the greatest opener.
No, the greatest opener is water. I barely knew her.
Add in that laugh track, Liam, in the future.
Huh?
I was talking to Liam in the future. So not you. You're Liam in the present. But Liam in the future is going to add in
Don't talk to Liam in the future.
You going to stop me?
Don't talk to him.
What are you going to do? You going to stop me?
All right. Editor Liam, mute Cameron every time he opens his mouth. We're not including him in today's episode. It's a one-sided conversation.
We all know that the people are here for me.
It's going to be like that episode of Black Mirror where people can block you in real life. So you guys are just going to get blocked by me.
That was my favorite episode of Twilight Zone.
Welcome back to the Speedcast, a comedy podcast hosted by Liam and Camron. You're listening to this week's free version of the episode. If you want everything you see here, plus more, check out the link in the description for the Patreon. And with that, please enjoy this week's episode.
I thought you'd do like
Welcome back to the Speedcast. I'm your host, Liam. You are all aware of my name.
And I'm your co-host, Cameron.
What are we doing here, Cameron? What are we doing here?
Oh, I'm bouncing my leg because it's like a tick that I have. Yeah, it's not like an anxious tick though.
Yeah, but you're like swinging the microphone.
Sorry,
it never happens like that. I don't know what you're doing today.
It's because it was like on my leg and I was swinging side to side.
Yeah.
And I want to point out this is not a nervous tick. People have accused me of being like, "Oh man, are you an anxious person?" I'm like, "No, I just bounce my leg."
Okay,
it's just a thing I do. I don't know. It's like calming. Again, I'm not anxious.
Well, actually, I do it all the time.
Okay, yeah. See,
I find myself doing it in class.
I just wanted to clarify for the people back at home.
Do you know that in like if you're in like one of those big row tables where they're all connected, if you do that, everyone feels it.
That's why I specifically pick rows that like have not as many people, and if there is, I disconnect the desks so they can't rattle each other.
For a while, I wondered, like, when I was really doing it a lot, I was wondering why people like weren't sitting in my row. I thought I was like, wow, that's really mean. And then I became self-conscious of the fact that I was doing it a lot. And I always just assumed it was someone else in the row that was shaking the whole row. And then it was me. So I stopped doing it. Now people sit in the rows. So fun little story about
becoming self-aware, self-conscious.
Self-aware, self-conscious. So fun little thing.
Yeah.
We filmed last week's episode. We filmed an episode last week.
Our online episode.
An online episode. Before I realized that this episode's coming out on Valentine's Day. So we're switching them. So this episode's coming out before that episode. So it might not make a whole lot of sense what we talk about in next week's episode. Yeah, so we might do callbacks to last week's episode and it won't make any sense to this week because we'll be talking about the previous week's episode. So just a little clarification there.
A little bit of a wacky timeline. Got that fucking Star Wars timeline going on.
Yeah. Honestly, I think a lesson to be learned. Look at the calendar before we plan the episode topics.
That would be smart.
It would be smart.
It's smart to have any plan at all, to be honest, but
I don't have a whiteboard. I used to have one that I actually this would have worked.
That whiteboard?
No, actually, I had one up on my wall.
Oh, like a count.
I had I had a whole content thing.
I thought you were making a joke. Man, I wish I had a whiteboard. You mean this one with bull? I thought that's the segue.
I wish I had a whiteboard. Speaking of whiteboards, we actually have one with all our topics on it, so Cameron doesn't get lost.
Wow, you fucking stole it right from me, huh?
Or did you steal it from me and I'm just reclaiming what I had already?
That's a colonizer mindset.
Don't.
The white man is at it again.
Let's not do this. Not do this. Neither of us have any stance to take that, so we're just not going to go there.
All right, fine. But you know where I'd like to go first and foremost? Liam, a question that some of our viewers have had.
No one's asked.
Actually, there have been.
Have you actually gotten...
I've actually gotten a question.
You've actually gotten questions from a viewer?
I've got a question.
Is this a question from you?
No, it's a question from a viewer that I also have, actually.
I know what this question is. You asked, you bastard.
Well,
no, ask the question.
My question is, Liam, if you were to be killed, what weapon would you want to be killed with?
Fuck, this is related to Valentine's Day.
No, it has no relation to Valentine's Day. No, it's just a question I needed to ask, first and foremost.
Okay, what's the question?
If you were to die and be killed by a weapon, what weapon would you choose to die by?
If I was to be killed, what weapon would I choose to die from?
Yeah, like, someone's like, hey, I'm going to kill you. Here's your options. And you go, I want to die by sword.
Okay, can I ask some clarifying questions?
Yeah, for sure. Go
Are
ahead.
they sadistic?
No, they'll probably make it painless.
Okay, so they want to kill me. They're not like trying to like fuck with me. Like they're not trying to like torture.
No, they're more or less trying to get you out of power. So they're
Out of power.
Yeah.
I feel like this is less. I'm feeling less confident about this being a viewer question now.
No, please answer. You know who you are, and I love you for it. Answer the question.
If I could choose the weapon I was killed with,
Mhm.
and it'd be a quick, like straightforward, just to kill me, death. I guess tough.
Nice. Big question.
It's not a good question.
No, it's a big question.
It's
not
a big
good
question. I don't know. I guess I'd have to go with a gun.
Gun?
Yeah, because I wouldn't like know. It's like I wouldn't know when it happens.
Okay.
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
I gotta text someone real quick. Tell them to get prepared.
So follow up applications for new co-hosts are in the description down below if you guys want to replace Cameron, or if you want to be my bodyguard or body double, I'd appreciate any of it.
Also, actually, we have an application for one person to join for a guest spot. To be eligible for the spot, your name must be Elijah. Last name must be Gillard.
We're gonna talk to Elijah.
Hey, listen. How would you let me do this? All right, you stay quiet. You stay put. All right. Don't even worry about this. Don't worry about this, baby girl. But if that is your name,
You always gonna be the one that does this. I'm leaving this time.
So I'm your new. Oh shit! Fuck.
With cameras.
Hold on. Is my mic still? Okay, I thought I clicked the button there for a second.
Yes.
Hold on. I'm gonna show you where this all comes from.
Okay, because we actually do have quite a few people who want to be guests on the podcast, and there's only so long we can push them off.
Just read from the top.
Okay, get me on the podcast so we can beat Liam to what the fuck, Elijah? What the fuck?
Weird.
Over his hatred of whites. What the fuck? Wait, what the fuck?
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Scroll up.
You were white. That was perfect. Did you do that on purpose? Okay, that was great. That was excellent. Oh my god.
You heard it here first, folks. Liam hates
White chocolate.
Whites, folks.
I'm sorry, that was actually so good. I'm proud of you for that. That was good. Because what we're talking about, well, one of the first episodes Cameron was on as a co-host. He said he liked white chocolate, and we almost broke up over that because he's a
and I stand by it.
Want me to read the whole thing?
No, you don't have to read the whole thing. I just thought it was funny.
You just thought it'd be
I want you to explain why I want to choose the weapon of choice. Was because we were going to kill you, and I was going to take.
Okay, because I was going to say if he thinks someone hates like a race, Oliver's not here this week, and that was his shtick.
That is true.
Yeah,
the racist era of the sweet talk is over.
Yeah, my shtick is being the lovable host, and yours is being around.
Guys, if you want me to take over, just throw it in the comments. Leave a comment, leave a like, and I'll know that I should get rid of Liam, and I'll bring in a new co-host, a new era, a good era.
And then, of course, always remember that this isn't a democracy. I have the passwords, and I will not share them with you. So, Valentine's Day is coming up. Where we were originally going for before you knocked us so far off track that it wasn't even somehow related to this.
Listen, we need to ask that question.
No one needed to ask that question.
I need to know how you want to die.
I don't want to die, though.
But if you had to choose, and now we have that answer, so now we can move on. Let's move on.
Okay. So Valentine's Day is coming up.
Yeah.
And I thought, before we get into, all the pathetic Cameron stuff today, do you have any plans for Valentine's Day? Do you have anything you're doing?
No, actually.
Not really
February
surprising.
14th. When is 14th?
Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll probably be reading my ethics textbook.
Yeah, sounds about right.
What will you be doing, Liam? Tell me, what do you plan?
I don't know, I'm gonna find something to do.
Like what?
Doesn't matter. I will go find something to do.
Did you say someone?
Something to do.
No, you heard it here first.
You did hear it first. Okay, I said something, not someone.
You wind it back. I
said something.
I'll look for
not
someone to do.
But if you want to go out on February 14th, I am free. So.
Oh, you one of those motherfuckers. No, I'm free February 14th.
I'm free February 14th if you want to do something on February 14th. Just let you know I'm free on February 14th. I'm not one of those. I don't know. I'll find something to do. I'm not going to read my ethics textbook. I read my textbooks.
See, I have to do chapter summaries. Yeah, so it's...
yeah, I mean, obviously this was not going to be the bulk of the episode topic because clearly you weren't going to have any plans.
So tell me about your plans. Elaborate on your plans. No, tell me more.
You know, I'm planning on, living out a classic romance movie. Just, being the star of it, going out, planning to.
When you say romance movie.
Like I'm gonna go back to a small town.
So Hallmark.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go to a small town and rediscover the love of Christmas.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Because the small town baker widow, she's gonna teach me the value of love and Christmas and why my corporate nature is just the wrong way to do it.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever had plans for Valentine's Day?
I've actually, what's funny? I don't think. Oh, no, there was once. There was one time. I was real young. This was like my first girlfriend ever. I say girlfriend because we were really.
Is this girlfriend gonna comment on us about not giving her credit again?
No.
Okay.
No. It was my first ever girlfriend. And I say girlfriend because we were friends.
She wasn't really a girl?
Well, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to understand what the quotations mean.
We both said we were like, I was like, oh, you're my girlfriend. She's like, oh, you're my boyfriend. But looking back, we were just friends and we didn't know what those emotions were. Like, it was...
Oh, so you guys are like friends.
No, fuck. We were like 13, dog. Calm yourself.
I said friends. And
then he kind of like the thing you do.
No, I just stopped because that's all I was going to say. Audience, and I knew you were expecting something more.
See, he fucking plays with my mind.
I knew you were expecting something more. I wasn't saying anything more. So you guys were just friends.
It's in what you don't say, Liam. It's in what you don't say.
If only my papers worked that way.
Right? If only. Got him. But there's her. She was like the only one that I've ever dated that I dated past like Valentine's Day. And I think if I remember correctly, I mean we didn't have like Valentine's Day plans. I think we just God, as I think of the story I had, it's really sad. We met at like fucking the little church like youth thing. And I gave her like a heart cookie or something like that.
Aww.
It was something really like lame and corny as fuck. But
yeah, it does sound really lame and corny.
Yeah, it is. I'm a lame and corny ass guy. That's just who
cool.
I am.
That's cool.
I think that's like and then I was like, okay, that was like the entire plan. Go to church, give her the cookie, leave happy. Like that was the fun.
Really, I figured like it would have been like go to church, give her the cookie, go repent for what I just did.
Yeah, that fucking unmarital eye contact. That was like 3 Hail Marys, man. It was a rough day. But no, I think that was it. Every other girlfriend I've ever had, I started dating like in the summer.
Yeah.
And then we never made it past the winter, so
that's fair.
Yeah, so I've never actually had like Valentine's Day plans. The only plans I do have though, every year, and I try, and I usually fail, but February 15th, I try to get that discount chocolate. Not really Smart. Valentine's Day plans, but I count it as so.
Smart.
What about you, Liam?
I don't really ever have Valentine's Day plans. I know.
What
was me?
Fucking loser bitch.
Sad. Yeah, I've never really had like a girl around that time to do anything with. The one time I ever did do something, I actually made a video. I called it Modern Love Fair. I played Modern Warfare at like 2019. It had all those like these love theme limited time modes. So I just did a video of all that, and then I finished the video. I was like, "That's excellent." I uploaded that, and then I ordered a small pizza from Domino's. And I ate that alone in my basement.
Liam, you really are the embodiment of, if I can film it, I can monetize it.
Absolutely what?
Truly amazing.
You know what's funny about that? like I learned way later. My voice chat microphone was on, and in the video, I was just talking about why it's okay to be single and why you don't always need a girlfriend. And I'm saying that in the multiplayer matches, and I realized I think it was like I was talking with Oliver or something. We pulled the video up, and he's like, "Hey Liam, do you realize that?" And then my microphone is popping up every time I speak. So I realized later on that everyone was playing with me if they had voice chat on.
Wow.
They were just listening to me like, yeah, it's okay to not have a girlfriend on Valentine's Day. It's good to be happy for you on these days.
Wow.
But yeah, no.
You lost like 3 subscribers that day, didn't you?
I actually didn't. I actually got more engagement from that video than I realized.
Those people from Modern Warfare 2 must have come see your channel.
No, people came and were like, yeah, Liam, that's so true, man. Self-love. I was like, yeah, self-love. Which the way to do it when
listen, self-love's great. I love self-love.
Yeah.
But by God, I want someone to hold me. God.
Well, I'm not saying I don't.
Damn it.
Okay.
I'm
not saying I wouldn't prefer that.
Okay,
I'm saying that.
Just want to clarify.
Yeah, I don't prefer being alone.
This solitude's fine.
Solitude's fine. I don't even care.
So I'm looking down what we have here.
Don't read ahead, Cameron. Don't worry, I can read it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it as an insult, but I don't really think I don't take it as an insult. The whole I'm willing to monetize anything, I'll film it.
I didn't view it as an insult necessarily either. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
you would sell my soul and our friendship to gain like 100 more viewers. Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, that's literally like
we hang out and you're like, hey man, I want to do a video.
Yeah, because I'm like, I can make something funny from this. Yeah. I can make something entertaining to watch. I don't know. That's kind of how because I enjoy making the videos. So I enjoy making videos. So I'm like, and if it's like really depressing, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna post this. Someone else can relate to this.
Some of those pity views. Yeah.
Get those pity view. Sometimes I do think about that. I have thought about when in those really low times, sitting in front of the camera and just ranting for 30 minutes and uploading it and just letting it go and just doing that every week. And I'm like, that's too close to therapy, and I don't do that.
Not fair enough. He's too good for therapy, Bottle those emotions up.
Exactly. That's what I do.
Not the fester.
Bottle it up,
Then, drink some alcohol, bury it down, take it out on your wife.
As the great Nicholas Miller says, rubbing alcohol is for outside wounds, drinking alcohol is for inside wounds.
So true.
And you can't really cry if you're drowning in booze.
So true.
That was a really depressing note.
So true. I say that as the guy who's never had a sip of alcohol in his life. Yeah, I'm totally good to say.
Yeah, you sober-tard.
No, I caused the most accidents on the road.
Yeah.
How could I?
I need Reese to explain.
Right, I'm not going to touch that subject with a 10-foot pole. We gotta get
Reese can handle that. So clearly neither of us are knocking it out of the park. That's a baseball term for someone who doesn't do sports. I'm sorry, that was uncalled for.
Everything in this show is uncalled for.
I'm sorry.
It's unwarranted attacks against me and my person.
I'm sorry. I just didn't have a transition. But clearly neither of us are knocking out of the park and out of the ballpark in terms of romance.
Yeah.
But I enjoy from time to time, a romance movie, even though my life is nothing like a romance movie.
Okay.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm trying to figure out which point you're going to.
What's the worst romance movie you've ever seen?
So we're skipping the...
Yeah, we are. I feel like that was a really clear segue.
Well, no, it was a clear segue, but the thing I got confused on was this one that says love story right above it. So we're just skipping that?
We went over that.
What do you mean we went over that? We went over plans.
I can't explain everything to you, Cameron. Okay? It's not my job to explain the jokes you do not get.
God. Okay. Worst romance movie.
Yeah.
Worst romance movie.
I got like 2 that compete.
Okay, you tell me yours. I'm going to think
You ever
of
seen
mine.
The Kissing Booth on Netflix?
No, I have not. I heard the third one was real.
I only saw the first one. Dog shit.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't genuinely watch romance movies
Mm.
because I think they're very formulaic. You know, oh, I fall for the guy I didn't think I was gonna fall for. Some truth comes out and we have this big fight, and then I realize I do love him, and my life falls together just in time for us to finally get together.
Mm.
And that's the fucking kissing booth.
Wow.
It's literally,
Mm.
I was born on the same day as this other kid. We became best friends because of it. My mom died, so I don't have a mother figure. My father's kind of absent. My best friend's older brother is so hot, I have a crush on him. We have these weird friendship rules about things we cannot do. One of which is, stated as a rule, I'm not allowed to date his brother. Not just like I'm not allowed to fall for him. Like, the feelings are well understood between both of them that she has a crush on him. Her friend is like, yeah, you're not allowed to date my brother. And he's like really aggressive with it. And then she dates her brother. They do like a kissing booth as a carnival.
Whoa.
It's really fucking weird. Because she comes out with a blindfold on. She sits on the stool. And this guy, like, people are like betting on her, like, oh, how much I'll pay to kiss him. And this guy, like, the older brother comes out and he's like, oh, I'll pay this. And he walks in and he just like full on makes out with her in front of this big crowd. And then they go and he drives her home and they get into a rainstorm. They get into this gazebo and the security guard catches him there. But he's like, oh, it's just you. You know, you do this all the time. Which is a really weird part that just gets glossed over, that he goes there with girls all the time. The security guard knows him and is just okay with it. And then they, you know, they screw on the down low. Like, it's constant. Like, there's like, it's been a while since I've seen this. So, you know, forgive me if I get this wrong. It's like a montage of them almost getting caught. Screwing around with each other. And then, it, you know, best friend finds out. It all falls apart. She keeps dating him. Then she finds out he got accepted to like the school some far away. They break up because she wants her best friend back. They make up over this dance game. They have a costume party where, and this is the biggest bullshit of the whole movie. They have like a costume party for their birthday.
Yeah.
Her best friend dresses up as like Batman. And then she's like, I do love your brother. And he's like, I'm okay with this now. I approve of it. Go get him. Because he was like leaving. So her best friend drives her to the airport. And while she's doing there, she's like confessing all these feelings. Like, oh my God, I'm so wrong for this. And then like best friend takes out the mask. And it's the older brother. And it's like, wow, how fucking stupid is she? Her best friend. Short, scrawny. The older brother, like a foot taller than him and built.
Wow.
How did you ever believe that was the same person?
Love is blind.
And then there's 2 more films. I didn't watch either of them because the first one was garbage.
Wow. So I heard the first one. I've heard positive things about the first one. So I never heard.
I mean, okay, garbage is maybe a little aggressive. I didn't like it. It wasn't good.
Okay.
Definitely not good enough to make 2 more.
Fair enough.
Like, come on, man. Come on. 2 more. You're canceling good stuff. Take us That was a big thing. Netflix canceled all these shows, but they're making the Kissing Booth 3.
They should have kept Inside Job.
They should have kept so much other stuff and not done Kissing Booth 3 or 2.
Or Big Mouth season 7.
Oh, they're not going to get rid of that because Nick Kroll is a child of a billionaire.
Oh, is that it?
That's what people like. I'm sorry, I'm like, yeah. The reason that this show's still going on is because his dad is like a multi-millionaire or multi-billionaire.
Wow.
Like, he just can do whatever he wants, pretty much.
Truly amazing.
It is. I wish that I had billions of dollars that I could just do whatever I want. I could make whatever film I wanted and just never get it canceled, no matter how bad it gets.
If only.
Or how weird the concept is as it goes on.
Wouldn't that be beautiful?
Truly I would. Amazing. If any billionaires want to bankroll me,
right?
My Instagram is in the description. I'll respond instantly.
You can see some were filmed at McMaplet on YouTube.
Wow.
Check us out. Yeah, we're good at it.
I'm so proud of you. So proud that you actually shouted out the channel properly.
See, I know what I'm doing.
I'm proud of, there was a time where you generally thought the Sweetcast was on the McMaplet channel.
I did for a hot second there.
Yeah.
I did not realize they were separate.
Yeah.
I thought this was like a subsection of McMaplet.
Yeah.
In a way it is, but
It is, but it's a subsection of McMaplet Media.
Like I thought it was like one of those like where it's like you'll have like a playlist.
Yeah.
On the channel. It's like the Sweet Dog,
No, the Sweetcast is a sub.
You almost like calling Sweet Dog.
I know you do. It's okay.
What the fuck's wrong with me?
I was just kind of gloss over it. I knew you were going to say something stupid later on. I'd make fun of you.
Wow.
That has actually become your kind of thing. You say something really wrong or really stupid, and I dwell on it for a little bit. Anaconda. I'll call back. Worst romance movie.
See, the thing is, I'm trying to think.
You love them all.
I'm okay. Here's where I stand. Right.
Yeah.
I don't watch like a lot of rom-com movies.
I generally don't either.
Even the Hallmark ones that I watch, to me, it's like such a generic, bland Hallmark movie that I couldn't tell you the name of it. Right.
Because they all have such similar names.
Right.
Or such like out of the box names.
Exactly. Right. But what I do watch a lot of is rom-com and slice of life animes.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is, the only one that I can think of that I've ever had like major issues with, it's not a movie.
Okay. That's fine. What's your pick?
Don't Toy With Me, Nagatoro-san.
Okay.
And the thing is, right? They just came out with season 2. Right? Fucking love it. Absolutely recommend it. I think it's really good. Right? A little bit of fan service. If you can get past that, though, I think it's a great show. Like this, if you watch just the second season, as it is right now, it's a fucking great slice of life rom-com. It's cute. It's adorable. It's funny. You want the characters to succeed. Great show. The problem is in the first season, in the first like 3 episodes or so, when the 2 main characters meet, it's not like Nagatoro bullies Senpai, right? And it's like, she's teasing him. She makes him cry. Like, she bullies him. Like, and I don't mean like, oh, this is playful, like, oh, I like you, bully.
Yeah.
She's like vindictive about it. Like, she's cruel. Shit. And it's like, and I'm so like the first 3 episodes, it's like, oh God, I hope he moves away. Like, I hope he moves schools. Like, I hope he goes far away. Gets he deserves better than this, right? And then like I think it's like episode 3 that's kind of like this like switch, and it kind of goes like, oh, now they're kind of like hanging out. Now they're kind of like, oh, it's just playful teasing, and it's so weirdly abrupt for me that the entire show has like this kind of like nasty taste in my mouth. I'm like, this is really nice, really cute. She bullied him till he cried in the first episode. How the fuck did we get here? Again, I love the show. I'm watching it. I think it's great. But it's just those first 3 episodes fuck up my entire perception of like the rest of the season.
That's fair.
It's just it's like I'm just watching. I'm just like, oh, like, why? No, like you can do better, man. But again, if you watch like, if you just cut out like the first 3 episodes,
it's
or whatever,
good.
The rest of it would make complete sense. I'm like, oh, I can completely see the train of like, oh, they're playing, they're teasing hop, and then she kind of realized like, oh man, he's actually really fun to hang around. He's really nice. I actually like him, but I want to tease him still. And he's like figuring out like, oh, I think I actually am in love with her. You see the train, it's like, yeah, no, that makes sense. First 3 episodes, fuck the entire thing up.
Fair enough.
I'm just trying to think. I think that's the word. Do you want to say the best one we've ever seen? Because I can think of a few that I like. Do you not have one?
I don't really have one. I don't know. The Notebook? Or Walk to Remember?
Notebook. Wow, basic bitch answer. Wow.
I don't really like many.
That's fair.
No,
pick the Notebook. Yeah, no, try to get all the ladies in the comment section.
What can I say? I'm
yeah. Well.
This comes out at 2:30 on Valentine's Day, so we got a couple hours.
Ladies, if you want a romantic night watching The Notebook, hit my boy Liam up.
What can I say? I'll cry at the right parts.
I'm emotionally vulnerable. Yeah.
I can be emotionally vulnerable when the time calls for it,
Right?
I'm a method actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I cry when the script calls for it. What's your favorite? What's the best romance movie?
I think the best one would be Josie, the Tiger, and the Fish. One of my favorite movies of all time, honestly. Like, I'm talking like top 5. Shit's great.
Yeah.
Honestly, my favorite, And this one's the reason I say that one is because it's like pure, like a romance kind of movie. They're like, because I could say Silent Voice, right? Great favorite movie of all time, Silent Voice, right?
Really?
There's romance elements to it. Not a romance movie, right? It's really not. I wouldn't count it as a romance. I could say something like I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. One of the few movies that made me cry. Again, great movie. Wouldn't really call it like a romance. It's not like the central theme of it. Like, I mean, it's a central theme, but it's not like the overall like big. I didn't walk out of there being like, oh man, that romance was the greatest part. Okay. I walked out. Well, I didn't walk out. I closed my laptop.
You closed your laptop.
No, I was in fucking tears.
Goddamn thing I've ever seen.
No, that was a fucking great movie. Like, I don't cry. I don't. It's not like I gotta hold it in. I don't know why he's...
You guys are on video. You guys can see my face.
I don't know why he's making that face.
This bitch.
I don't cry. I really don't. Like, it's... I find that I get, like... When I get sad, usually it's like something's happened to me, and I usually get angry. But
actually, the last time you said you don't cry, we did something similar to that. And you're like, guys, it's not sad crying, it's pain crying. I think the last time you actually brought that point up that you don't really cry. No, we all just decided to go. We're going to assault you, and you're like, guys, that's going to be different.
It doesn't fucking count, and it doesn't, and I stick by it. It doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
Emotional tears are very different than pain tears. Listen.
Did you cry when I said you weren't on the? I was cutting you off.
No, I celebrated actually for a little bit.
That's not what it sounded like over the phone.
Yeah, I did, but I was just trying to act it up so I didn't seem so disinterested.
You guys can check out the short films on YouTube and see what kind of an actor Cameron is, and then you can come back and say whether you
one that's worked in award-winning short films.
Damn it, you're gonna hold that.
Yeah,
you're gonna hold that as a shield every time anyone uses that from now on.
Oh fuck yeah, I am.
That's fair.
But like, I don't cry. Right? Like, I really don't. Like, I've seen sad movies. Usually, I'm like, good. I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, fucking to tears. One of my favorite movies. I wouldn't call it romance though. It probably has romance subsection under it.
Mm-hmm.
I just wouldn't count it. So I gotta say, Josie, the Tiger and the Fish. I love that movie. I actually showed it to Matthew Salt. Nope, that's not right.
It's not.
Matthew. I'm so sorry. I'm blanking on it right now. But you know who you are, and I love you.
Isn't it Medea? Matthew Medea.
Is it Medea?
Matthew, I'm so sorry.
Oh my god.
We don't talk enough.
In my head...
You just make 9/11 jokes about my birthday. That's all we really talk about.
In my head, it's like I see it like a... I'm so used to saying like Salt.
I know.
I feel so bad now. Matthew, I'm going to have to memorize your name. I'm so sorry. Anyway, you know the Matthew I'm talking about. I showed him that movie, and he was on the same boat as me. He absolutely loved it. Was it his favorite? I'm not sure, but it was one of the better ones. It's again, good pacing, a very cute story, nice, lovable characters, and understandable characters too. I think that's a big thing, right? Because if you have characters that all of a sudden kind of go like, well, actually, I love so and so, and their motives just aren't. You kind of freaking me out, man. You got that fucking Kubrick stare, man. As I was saying, if the characters' motives are like clear, it makes it a lot more enjoyable because you can kind of relate to them. But if someone's like, again, like almost like plot armor, where it's like, oh, actually, it doesn't make as much sense. But I think Josie, the Tiger and the Fish, if you guys ever get a chance to watch it, I'd absolutely recommend it. I think that was one of the greatest romance movies ever. And so you don't have...
I don't know. I can't really think of like a great one that I watched. 'Cause I don't really watch a lot and think they're good. I don't watch a lot of romance, like rom-coms. The ones I do generally end up being like crap. I don't know. I watched The Holiday. No, that's not what the movie was called. The Holiday's a different one. I don't know. It's about like this guy catfishing this girl, and she goes for like her Christmas love, and it's a completely different person, and they end up falling in love. That was okay. I don't remember the name of it.
Fair enough.
Or any of the actors in it. Like I said, it was not excellent, but that was fun. Yeah. But yeah. I'll watch a romance movie for you though. Wink for those audio listeners.
Liam, I was gonna try and make like a really nice transition, like, but how the fuck am I supposed to transition to the touch of a female? How am I supposed to do that, eh?
I don't know.
Hold on. T-game. 1 sec.
You can't do that.
T-game.
That's something I'm so mad at you for. Last week's episode is going to be so hard to edit because you constantly like, hey, can we just pause for a sec and you just do something? What do you want a T-game for?
No, I was just gonna T-game here as I thought of a transition as we kind of...
I have a transition.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a quick break for a word from our sponsor.
Do we have a sponsor?
We do have a sponsor.
Who's sponsoring us?
The Institute for Touching Grass.
You skipped over the touch of a fucking female. We skipped over another topic, Liam.
The Institute for Touching Grass has at the central point people who've never felt the touch of a woman. And we have actually one of our top patients here on the couch today.
Fuck you. Oh, yeah, like, you're getting all these mad fucking bitches up in here, yeah?
I'm kidding. You just got to someone just like...
That would be the funniest transition if you actually had enough girls on speed.
For the audio listeners, I'm just surrounded by people right now to prove Cameron wrong.
For the audio listeners, he's lying.
We don't actually have a sponsor. That's just those two things are just there for a bit.
Wow. I was gonna say my transition was, I love watching rom-coms. I do. Right.
I don't want to know this. Actually,
I was gonna say I'm a little
concerned about this transition.
I love watching them. Right. Like they're one of my like slice of life rom-coms. They're just, some of them are good. Some of them okay. Some of them I could go but you know what? Every time it makes me feel lonely, and I don't miss because I've never had it really. The touch of a woman, just that gentle touch. So Liam,
I don't want to talk about this anymore. You make me uncomfortable with what you're saying. Just the way you say some things, I
make a transition for you, and this is what you do.
It's a soft voice when you talk about this stuff.
You spit in my face. How else am I supposed to?
I don't know. You have a regular way of talking. And
Sunday, the touch of a female.
And then sometimes you'll get like really soft. You're like, I just really like, sometimes I miss. I never really had it, but I miss the touch of a woman.
Are you aroused by my soft speaking?
No, it's like.
Do you feel uncomfortable with your sexuality when I
No,
speak
it's
like
not
this?
that kind of uncomfortable. It's like,
oh my god, I'm falling for him kind of uncomfortable.
It's kind of like wow. A bullet looks really good right now because I don't like what he's saying, and the way he says it hurts even more.
Then do it, coward.
Thanks.
Yeah, of course.
I appreciate this.
It's gonna backfire so much.
Yeah, no shit. The bullet wasn't for me.
Yeah, I figured so. I realized as I handed it over, and now the dart's gone forever.
Yeah, no. I mean, watching a lot of rom-coms, as I've said like 3 times that I don't. I do get the lonely, like, oh, I wish that was me. I wish I was living out a love story. And it's funny because I'm not going to tell a story because that's definitely a story that's going to be saved for a Patreon episode.
Oh, yeah.
Or like a later on episode. I once told a friend when I was going through like a really rough patch, I was like, this just feels like a bad plot of a romance movie. I straight up, I don't think I have the text anymore, but we were talking at like 4 a.m. and I was like, my life just feels like the plot of a bad romance movie, but not one that ends in a good way. And one that ends with like coming to terms with grief. And I was like, yeah.
Wow. That's kind of deep. That's deep, man.
Yeah. And obviously I've grown a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not in that way, just like in other ways.
No,
I've grown, that's still true.
Like your dick? How big is it, Liam?
No, sorry, I should
you heard it. You heard it.
That. I didn't
if that isn't verbal consent, I don't know what.
I rescind it.
See, and I can't fight it. I've been doing criminal justice studies for too long. I know it.
I didn't even think about when I said that. I said it. I was like, oh fuck, he's gonna take it that way.
Oh, absolutely. Shh. But folks, did you know consent must be continuous? If you revoke it at any time, it is no longer consensual. Just remember that when you go to the police.
Stay safe this Valentine's Day.
Absolutely.
A word from our sponsors. Again, we don't have sponsors.
No, we don't.
But if you'd like to sponsor us, you guys have a little taste of how we would give a ad read.
Absolutely.
But we would plan the ad read out ahead of time.
It wouldn't be this bullshit.
Yeah.
We would know what you want.
Yeah.
We'd say what you would like us to say.
Yeah.
We love you.
So, we're both we've clearly established in today's episode that you and I are some single motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, we're lonely as fuck.
That was an excellent clap.
Crisp as fuck.
And we were, audio listeners, we were dabbing up the depression.
Hell yes. Every night I lay awake thinking, what could I have done better to keep her around?
Okay.
And every morning I wake up and I realize how lonely I am. And I worry that this loneliness will not go away. I worry that no matter what I do, I will be in a continual cycle of social ineptitude in which I find myself contemplating solitude.
Okay, so where I was actually going with that before you got on that really weird suicide note.
I know, contemplating isolation. No, wait, what did I say?
Solitude,
yeah.
Yeah, no, what you were saying was like reading a suicide note. And the eternal solitude, death.
Fuck, no, see, you ended it for me. Perfect.
It wasn't a suicide note, it was about solitude. I was just going to end it by saying death is the eternal solitude.
I did say I was going to end it like that, but I'm just saying that you made a great end.
Okay, that's how you end it. But, we have established that, and I completely lost where I was going with my fucking point.
Well, I have a place where I'm going with this. Some people our age and younger are already getting fucking engaged. They're like, we know.
Don't even bring that up, okay? You know how depressing it is that Elijah got engaged?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. Elijah, if you're watching this.
Congratulations, buddy.
Congratulations. Yeah, congratulations, man. I'm really happy for you.
It's just
but
depressing.
You make us feel fucking lonely.
Yeah.
Like,
congratulations, but it does make us depressing.
I remember, like, looking on Instagram, seeing the photo. I'm like, oh, those are cute pictures. Huh, why is she showing her hand off so much?
You're an idiot.
Huh. That's on her ring finger.
You're an idiot.
Oh, fuck.
That was so obvious. I saw it, and you know what my first instinct was?
What?
I'm a hater. And I was like, wait, no, we gotta stop.
on that hater shit, 24/7.
I have to be. Oh.
That's why you get no bitches.
Yeah.
But yeah, people our age are getting like married.
I know, it's wild.
There's someone on our Discord, Matthew's friend from Ambrose. I'm losing his name at the moment. I've played like Valorant with him like maybe 3 times total.
Don't tell me.
But yeah, Christian universities and colleges, man. I mean, shit, they be marrying left, right, and center.
Well, it's you know why? They're horny as fuck, but they want to do it in the holy matrimony sanctity of marriage.
I didn't want to say it, but you said it so perfect. Yeah, yeah. Christian schools horny as fuck. Not gonna lie.
I want to say something, but I don't want to have to cut it out, and I also don't want to just.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. Yeah. So what was the last thing we had?
Yeah, the last thing. See, I had one I was gonna say, and then you went on your depressing suicide note shit, and now I forgot. And that just hurts because it was actually gonna be funny.
Every night I lay awake thinking to myself, "What could I have done on?"
Again, really?
Yeah.
No. And it's funny that it's so great that we're talking about how depressing we are because there's actually a really happy couple that wants to come on the podcast.
Really?
Actually, I don't think I've actually told you about this. So, a little bright spot in today's depression.
Because I'm trying to think of what couples.
Well, you don't know them.
Oh, I don't know them.
Yeah,
okay.
You don't know them.
I was gonna say, what couples do we know?
I know couples. I have friends in relationships. I'm the single friend.
That we would ask you on the podcast?
They want to be on the podcast. And related to that, they're actually our 2 biggest fans.
Really?
Yeah, they watch it as soon as it comes out. And you know what's so great? This was actually something so funny that they told me, and I was just like, I don't think I reacted properly at the time, but I was like, oh my god, that's such a nice compliment because I'm not good at taking compliments.
I am.
And I remember my point from before. But I'm gonna keep it this one. Is they're like, yeah, we date, we love your podcast. It's like a book club. We both watch the episode, and then we get together and we talk about it, and it's like it really helped it makes our relationship stronger.
Wow.
Like we love talking about the podcast. And I was like, oh my God.
Coaches don't play, baby. Coaches don't play.
That's also the one clip I have on my Twitch account is me giving Matthew dating advice, and then him going, Liam, how are you single? I'm like, what can I say? Coaches don't play. And my parents asked me about that when they finally saw that clip.
About why they don't have grandkids yet?
They asked me that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so that's a happy couple, and they are on my ass about getting on the podcast. They want to be here, and they want to be the gross couple that we talk to.
Well, like, are we gonna have them like sit up here, and they're just gonna be like?
I was actually figuring that they sit there and you sit on my lap.
Okay.
We just because they sit on each other's laps. You sit on my lap. We just do like a cutie thing.
You know what? I'm cool with that. You know.
Or we just make them sit on the ground so they're below us, so they know that they don't get like too high and mighty. You know.
So they're like right where like the fucking. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna end my sentence there.
Thanks for that. Figure that out. And for you know who you are.
I don't, but Liam does, and you guys know too.
Yeah, we'll get you guys on the podcast soon. And back to the point I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, tell me
we're so single, we're so lonely.
Dap that up. Every night I lay in bed.
No, you're making me forget about it again. I see posts all the time about like, oh my God, you know, you'll call a guy pretty and he'll remember it for weeks. And you know, it's like I feel like that's extenuated when you're such a single sad sack like us.
Oh, absolutely.
What is a compliment that someone has said to you that's stuck with you? Someone like not just like Cameron, you're so good at this, or Cameron, you're so smart, like you're so handsome in that.
Does it have to be like romantic intention, or it can just be the best compliment I've ever received?
Do you have one for each?
I'm just trying to think. I think the best one, like non-romantic, I was working at Stampede, and it was like our last, because we helped clean up.
Yeah.
And so the building was like empty. Like there was like maybe like 5 souls in that building.
Yeah. And
we came in basically, and they basically like, what the fuck are you guys doing here? And we're like, we just came in here to do whatever you guys need. And he goes, all right, here, yeah, do like these 3 things, and then you guys can go. We have nothing else for you. So anyways, I started packing up, leave. Long story short, did the 3 jobs, went to go grab like some like pop, because again, the spray things and bars, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they have to like throw them out anyway. So they're like, yeah, if you want to grab a cup and just give yourself a cup, right? Go. So I'm doing that, and I'm about to leave, and one of my coworkers, a nice older lady, right?
Yeah.
I'm not like older, like 60, like I mean like maybe 45-ish, right?
Okay, yeah.
She saw me, and she just goes, I just want to let you know how good of a worker you are. You know, you're just so nice and kind, and
nice.
You just always put, like, you're just such a good worker. I'm just so happy that you were working here, and like we were working together. You know, you're a real good worker. And I very distinctly remember that, because also I saw her for next week's podcast. The reason it was online,
we're having the old lady on.
Yeah, no, I'd love to have Donna on. Donna was she was so nice. But the reason it was online was because I went back to Stampede, and I actually saw her again. And again, at the end of that too, she was like, thank you so much. It was so pleasant. And she hugged me and everything. And it's just like, I think that was like one of the nicer compliments that's like really stuck with me.
That's nice.
I think, yeah, like if I had to pick out one, I think that'd be like the, wow. Because like, it's like, you know, my efforts are kind of like, not verified, but validated. You know, like, oh, I actually am a good worker. Oh, I am like she had like 8 points in the thing. Like she had almost like a little speech, but it was nice. That's the nicest thing I think.
That's nice.
Got. How about you?
So I don't have a full story about it. I just remember on one sorry.
No.
Hear myself talk. That sounded really like sad. So I'll just rewind. I
gotta change his tune. Yeah.
Gotta change my tune. On one project I was working on, I got told that I was a pleasure to have on, like, around.
Wow.
That it was always so nice having me around.
Wow. That
just stuck with me, because I'm like, oh my God, I'm actually wanted around here.
Right. That's
yeah. Especially on something when I don't like. I was really nervous about it, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like if I'm doing a good job, or like I feel like I don't belong because I'm like really shy.
That reassurance.
Yeah, I'm like really freaking shy. Even though I don't always come across that way.
Oh, okay.
I'm like stupid shy. And this was like one of the first times working with these people, and they're like, doing such a good job, Liam. I was like, oh, really? Thank you. Like, yeah, no, it's always, it's so nice having you here. Like, it's a pleasure having you around. You're such a good worker. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. And that really stuck with me.
I got another one.
We're not comparing compliments, Cameron. Okay, I'm kidding.
I'm sorry. I thought of this one. I gotta say, I going to uni, right?
Yeah.
I'd taken a public speaking class in high school.
Yeah, no, me too.
With Mr. Lamb.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Bitch.
Fuck you. So when I went to uni, right, like I had like a bit of like a leg up when it came to presentation. I knew how to like write scripts without having a script in front of me. You know, I knew how to like speak, vocalize, open up, eye contact. I knew like the tricks of the trade, right? And it was really funny because I can't remember what presentation it was. Every time you do one thing or the other,
I'm actively listening.
It's not.
And she said that you were doing an excellent job. You told the story on the podcast.
Did I tell this?
Yeah, I actually think you have. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm 90% sure you told the story on the Obama roleplay story.
Oh, I might have. Yes, I might have. Yeah, because I did the.
Because that was also the episode we talked about school a lot, and then people said don't talk about school.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, because I was going to say I did the presentation. I went to go pack up and leave, and like I got stopped by. I think it was like, it was at least 3 or 4 girls who. I mean, I say girls as if that was a thing. Like 80% of my class is girls, so it's like statistically speaking, if someone
you were likely to have 3 or 4 girls.
Yeah,
right?
like statistically speaking, if there was like 4 guys, that'd be like the entire fucking class of guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, she stopped me and she was like, "You just like that was really good. Like, you held our attention, right?
Light up the room,
right? You fucking like you just. Oh my God." Can we fuck? No, I'm joking. That did not happen.
If you were one of the 3 or 4 girls and you want legal conversation for what Cameron just said about you,
I will pay out. I will confess. Like I will plead guilty. You don't even have to take me to court.
But we can go out to dinner and discuss the case.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Because of the same line. Moving on.
Yeah.
Same thing kind of happened with another presentation that I had. What happened was I have my tick, right? Like I do this. People think I'm nervous. What was that phase?
I don't know.
Ejaculate as you God.
No.
But anyways, my professor comes over and goes, "Hey, so you nervous?"
Yeah, put your hand up, Cameron.
Well, if you're gonna fucking throw
put your hand up to stop the knife.
It would stop it from hitting my fucking head. Yeah.
I was gonna whip it. Keep going, please.
Okay, could you stop fucking interrupting me with your fucking knife? God damn. As I was saying, professor comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm doing good. Always a little bit nervous, And he's like, "Oh, don't worry, you'll do. Hey, you know what? I'll let you go first. Right? I'll let you guys go first. Can you fucking?"
Yeah, you told the story too.
Did I tell both of these?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because then you didn't get to go first.
Okay, yes, I did tell this on the podcast.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys.
Sorry, listeners. I'm subjecting you to my favorite stories ever. So, yeah.
Originally, there was a joke. It was a joke about the co-host, but clearly Cameron's run out of stories and he's looping back already. So, I'm kidding.
Questions that have like the same answer.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
But yeah.
Okay.
For people who are just joining in, long story short.
Yes, people just joining in now in the episode.
No. Like this episode of all of them. Episode 17.
Too long didn't listen. Basically, I got bumped down to 3rd place. We went up, we did our presentation, I sat back down. My professor came up to like me specifically and was like, "That was amazing." And it was about a presentation on cannibalism. And that's actually where I met one of my few friends at nice.
Mount Royal. Yeah.
Nice. All right. The people want to know.
Yeah.
You danced around this topic. You've done 2 non-romantic compliments.
Okay.
Your number 1 romantic compliment that you've been given.
My number 1 romantic compliment.
The one that's stuck with you the most. The first one that comes to mind when I ask you what a romantic compliment you've gotten is.
Question.
Not from your mother.
I was gonna say, does that have to be like romantically? I'm like romantically attracted to the person, or can it just be like a "Hey, you look like," kind of compliment?
You like in a, if someone like a girl was gonna come up to me like, "You have such nice eyes."
Does being called a good hugger?
Sure.
That's one of my favorite compliments. That was actually one of my favorites, and that was actually not from a girl. That was from Titus. Titus would say like, Titus and Simon actually, they're like, man, you have really good hugs, and I don't know why, but it stuck out to me. It's just I give good hugs, and I really appreciate it. No, I don't know. Here's the thing, I don't have romantic compliments.
That's fair. I didn't have one either.
Yeah, fucker. I was just gonna say, what's yours?
Yeah, I mean, I've been told I have nice eyes.
You have nice lips too.
You ruined it. It's the lips one, not the eyes one. You can't ever touch that. That's fair.
Yeah, but I think either that or I have been told I have a nice jawline, and that's pretty nice to hear too. But
you do have the super chin jawline from whatever cartoon it was.
Timmy Turner? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, the one with the big jaw.
Crimson Chin?
That's him.
Are you talking about his counterpart?
Say it.
No, I'm not going to say it.
Say it.
I got a practicum coming up here in the summer.
Say it.
I'm not going to ruin my fucking practicum for a stupid online joke.
I'm going to edit that together. I'm sure you've said enough so I could do it.
I was gonna,
ignore the pitch when you guys hear it.
I was gonna make a joke like, what? You also got the end part of, and I was gonna finish it off. I realized, that would give you the end.
Who's the CEO of Disney? What's his name? Bob what?
Disney?
Yeah.
Bob's Burgers? What the fuck are you talking about?
It's like Bob something. He's like the head of Disney. He just came back.
Oh, like Disney, like as like a company.
Yeah, as a company. Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't know his name.
Fuck. Bob Iger.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do I look like Bob Iger?
No, I was gonna make you say Iger and then use that.
Oh, gotcha. No, I've said it, didn't I?
Yeah, you have. I got you, bitch.
Wow. If you see me say a word that I should not say, just know that it has been edited by Liam.
Yeah, okay, sure. Because I actually put that much work into all of it.
Yeah,
I really don't care about your downfall that much.
Well, thanks. Glad to know I have good friends.
Yeah, take it if that's how you want to take that. You do you then.
Well, Liam, what time are we looking at?
We're just under an hour.
All right.
People do like around an hour long episode. And then Patreon, you guys get that extra topic, that extra little bit of our sultry voices in your ears.
Hell yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed.
Are we calling it here then?
We can start wrapping it up.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to talk about then, Liam?
Any
love related things?
No.
Are you in search of love right now?
Sure.
Tell me, Liam, where are you searching for love?
I'm not really searching for it, but if it comes, it comes.
That's what she said.
I knew you were going to do that. But I don't know. If it finds me, hey.
Actually, you know what?
Hell yeah.
I have one more topic to wrap up before we go into the Patreon exclusive. Liam, this is for you.
No, I don't want to do this.
Liam, I want you to tell me.
I don't want to do this.
Because I think the audience...
I don't want to do this.
You don't even know what I'm going to say.
I don't care.
Liam, could you tell the audience how they can get, as you've dubbed, Snapchat hoes?
You fucker. You dubbed them that, you bastard.
I use the words that Liam uses.
I never use those words, okay? I'm a respecter of women.
But would you
objectify them.
Would you kindly for the audience tell about these Snapchat hoes?
Cameron's just an idiot. It's not that hard.
That makes me sound bad. It does. It does.
All right, let's just go back. Let's restart, okay?
Yeah. So can you tell me, Liam, about these Snapchat hoes and where to get them? How do you do it? What do you search for?
Okay.
What are you looking to gain?
I want to preface this, okay? Let me just preface this, please. When Cameron speaks of Snapchat hoes, what he's actually referring to is girls on my Snapchat account. That doesn't even make that sound better. Okay, so Cameron takes it in a different way. I don't go on searching for girls to flirt with or whatever. I just add everyone in my quick add for the longest time. When my friends don't cut it anymore, I add 1 billion people. I actually reached the maximum amount of people you can have on Snapchat added. That was wacky. But I added everybody. And then some girls would flirt with me. And I would tell Cameron about that. And he dubbed them Snapchat hoes. And he told everybody about that. And I didn't appreciate that, to be honest. You know, nothing hurts more than someone you haven't talked to in like 4 months going, so Cameron told me about the Snapchat hose, and going, of course he has. What has what has he told you? Well, just that there's like a billion girls that you talk to on Snapchat. And it's like, wow, appreciate that so much.
In my defense, I thought it was like public knowledge, and I thought you told more people.
No, I literally, and you know what? Every time you bring it up, I'm like, you also make it way bigger than it is. Because you're like, yeah, you got your hose. It was like 2 people.
There was like 14, was it not?
No, it was never 14. It was like 2 or 3 girls at a time that would talk to me, and then they would, ghost me, or they would unadd me, or it would just like.
Sworn at one point it was 14.
The conversation would just fizzle out.
I thought it was 14 at one point.
No, you know what was at 14 at one point?
What?
The porn bots.
Oh, the porn bots.
That I told you that I had like 14 porn bots that had added me, that I had added back, and you were like, how do you know they're porn bots? I'm like, oh, because of their names.
Oh yeah, you can tell by the names usually.
Because the Bitmojis all look the exact same, and their names are all either a full name and then their username is the exact same thing, or it's a bunch of gibberish.
That's true, the gibberish. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't. You know what? You make me feel like the really like a bad guy in that from this. Like I want to. I don't know how to.
Do you want me to defend you for you?
Yeah.
Liam doesn't Liam doesn't have Snapchat hoes. What it is he did add like a whole bunch of people and he started flirting.
Okay, now you're not helping. Okay, so let me explain. Let me explain the situation in full.
Okay.
So this all started back when COVID first hit and we all got quarantined. I had a lot of extra time on my hands, and I got so tired of always talking to the same 4 people, Cameron, Matthew, and the bastards.
We bore him.
Sometimes you guys also just didn't talk. And that's true. My sleep schedule was real shit, where I'd stay up until like 3 a.m. I'd be really bored. And so what I did was on Snapchat, you have like the quick add function where like you can add people if they enable quick add. And I was like, oh, sure, why not? So I went through and I had a bunch of people, and I kept adding a bunch of people, and I went through and I do like daily. I just go through and add everybody, and I talk to them. And if, like, I got good vibes, then I keep talking to them. And if they were, like, really rude or, like, their stories are, like, stupid shit, I'd unadd them. Or if they're, like, someone I really didn't want to, like, even associate myself with, I'd block them. Because if you unadd somebody, they can show up in your quick add again. And that happened a few times where people had unadded. I added again. And, like, you say Snapchat hoes. They're mostly friends. Like, I still talk to like most of the people, like a lot, not most of the people, not even a lot. I know. Well, there's like 6,000 limit of people you can have on Snapchat. I've gotten rid of like majority. I mean, there's one girl who I added, and she was like the first person that actually talk to past like a month, because usually it was like 2 to 3 weeks. They would fizzle out, and then they would never. There was no conversation after that.
Wait.
I still talk to her.
Wow.
And you make me sound really bad saying I had Snapchat hoes, but in reality, it was literally just I added people and then I'd talk to them. I'd add people, I'd talk to them. If majority of the people stopped responding or stopped giving entertaining conversations, I'd go and add new people, and I went through that, and then I did that. And sometimes people would flirt with me. I rarely initiated the flirting.
Comments. Leave a comment.
About what?
Leave a comment if you believe that they are Snapchat hoes or just friends. Leave a comment.
Majority of them are just friends. Okay?
We'll let the audience decide that.
Majority of them are just friends. I rarely initiated the flirting. Because I'm like, there were times where I was like, oh, I'm just doing this just to find people to flirt with. And I was like, just like new friends is cool. And then, they'd flirt with me, like, oh, and I'll flirt back. And then, it'd never go anywhere, because then it'll just be like, that's just how we talk. We just flirt with each other, but nothing ever comes from that.
See, the main reason I brought this all up was because I just wanted you to clarify. Because
I've clarified 1 billion times.
I know, but I wanted
this isn't the first time you've heard it.
I wanted to be
this is
not
like
for me.
This is like a 3-year-old thing that we've talked
not
to.
Not for me. Hold on. For the audience, I wanted to be so that if anyone's like, oh, I bet now they have a central place where they have the answer. Now they know what's going on.
It was not appreciated. Call me out, putting on a spot like that. Fucker. Especially starting the whole thing with, explain your Snapchat hose. Just, I have so much work to walk back that. That just gives you so much extra work to walk back.
But you did a wonderful job.
You know, majority of people don't know about that, right? Like, every time you talk about that, you think it's common knowledge. Except every single time you talk about it, I tell you it's not common knowledge. And then you forget about that until the next time you bring it up.
And now it is.
Yeah, you fucking asshole.
Do we cut this?
No. Monetize for the sake of monetization.
So you give me shit for this, and I go, and now I'm trying to get like, oh, maybe I should. Maybe this.
I'm gonna keep it, but I'm never gonna I'm not gonna bring it up. But you know, you can do something to make that up to me.
All right.
I'd appreciate if you did your Obama role play, your Obama impression to wrap up the podcast.
You know what? Will that make it up to you?
Yeah.
Okay, if that's what I take. Hello, my fellow Americans. It is with a great honor that I can say that I got some sloppy toppy. Best in the world. It was great. It was great. But today, in American soil, I want to get more.
You're supposed to be wrapping the podcast up, like doing the outro, dipshit.
Oh, I thought we were just doing like a bit and then wrap.
Oh, I want
sorry.
To the
thank
ending.
you, all of America, for coming to the sweet cast.
Yes.
Fuck yeah. Thank you for coming to the sweet cast. This impression is not very good, but what I will say to you, Americans, is thank you. We hope you had a great time, and we hope to see you next week, where we'll be seeing the week before episode. If that doesn't make sense, just watch the next episode. And is there anything else?
Social media links are in the description below. You know, Liam, my stuff's under Liam, Cameron's stuff's under Cameron. And if you guys want the Patreon exclusive topic, definitely check out the Patreon link in the description. It's $5 a month. For a tier, you get audio and video of the Patreon version of the episode. And if we get to, I think it's 100 patrons or $500, whichever comes first.
I thought it was $100.
Sure, $100 or $100 on the Patreon. And we will do some exclusive Patreon episodes.
That was very true. Very true. Very good episodes. Let me tell you.
They'll be excellent episodes. Hope you guys enjoyed this kind of humorous, depressing episode. It was kind of a all over the place type
I'm
of shit.
As a worse person today. I hate myself now.
Yeah.
I feel horrible.
Well, we'll see you guys in next week's episode, which is actually last week's episode.
Can't wait to see you there.
Enjoy that.